Okay, we're going to show everybody where we're at. I pretty much finished this door up, at least for now, and got it bolted back on. So there's that. It's a good percentage of the way done. And I took a break on doing the body work and started doing this here project. So yeah, I cut out these brackets and got everything pointing in the right direction. I do need to do a few more items. I'm going to have to make these holes a little bigger, and I'm missing some bars here, but anyhow, that's what I got. I kind of conceived this out of my head and what I could glean off of YouTube, off the internet. So I need to get the car up in the air and take things apart and do the last little bit on it. So anyhow, that's kind of where I'm at. I'm gonna have to pursue the body work a little more. Of course, I really don't care to do body work. That's why I took a break and built these. I'd much rather build brackets and do some fab work than body work. I'm pretty good at drilling holes, not so much body work. Moving forward with these traction bars for the 56. I got these bars welded up. I bought the heim joints with the weld bungs on them. So I've got them all welded up. I'll show you what I got going under the car here. Anyhow, I've got these here, there, and I've got the heim joints hanging there off the bottom of the axle. So these look like they're getting really close here. There's not a lot of travel right here. So I think I'm going to make me a bigger bushing up front on this stationary bolt that goes across. So the way these work is when you accelerate, the rear end wants to twist, and it will shove, this bar will shove forward and actually push down on this and limit how much that axle is going to twist, which is called axle wrap. So it's going to minimize the axle wrap and plant the tires to the ground a lot better. Use the weight of the car to get better traction, eliminate wheel hop and all kinds of good stuff. So what I'm going to do here is I cut a couple of bushings that go in between here. They're a piece of 3/4 diameter, and I drilled a 3/8 hole in the middle so I could run a bolt through them. So I'm going to put like a bushing, a fatter bushing on here to allow more travel right here. I have some material that I brought over from the move when I had my business. I've got some aluminum that's, I think this is about 1 3/8 or so. We'll turn them down to the same diameter and cut some spacers and put those on there. That way they'll roll a little bit if they need to. But anyhow, I'm doing that because that's what I got. I'd probably use steel if I had steel, but I don't. I always keep a little bit of scrap material around. I've got a big piece of aluminum that's 2 inch, I think. But I'll use them scrap pieces first. And we'll knock them out on the lathe. I'll hook on the camera and see if I can't bring you with me on this project. But first I need to pull the old those bushings off of there and measure the spacers I've got already and make sure I machine them right. So anyhow, let me go ahead and let's see, those are the wrong wrenches. This one might work. We might be able to take this off of here. Oh, there you go. Let me see if I can get this off of here. Oh yeah. it's all loose. Everything's loose here. I wanted to set it on the ground and get the tension on it before I don't know. I probably ain't gonna be able to get them off. Dang it. Where am I? I wonder if I can, I wonder if by raising up the car we'll do it. Let me see. Oh, not quite. Son of a gun. I didn't want to have to take these all apart. The other side, it's probably the shocks that are holding it up. I'm guessing it's the shocks that are hooked up that are not allowing it to do its thing. So I better put this up in the air and start dismantling. Okay. Oops. Okay. Son of a gun. Son of a gun. Why didn't I think that through? This side, the bolt will come out this way, which will be fine. That side, I'm going to have to dismantle, maybe. Maybe I can put a pry bar in there. Let me go look for a pry bar. Oh, so close. Pry bar and a hammer. That's what I need. Awesome, got him. Okay, this is the bushing I made. This one's going to sandwich in between there, and I want to put like a roller bushing over the top of this. So yeah, I'll bring you back in a minute. Okay, I made a little sketch here of what I think I need done. These are ballpark numbers, so we'll see how they turn out. We're going to give it the old college try. So yeah, I need to turn this down to, this is the piece of material we're using. It's enough to do both sides. It's currently 1 5/8, and I need to turn it down to 1 1/4. So we're going to try to hog this down here pretty quick. Okay, let's take another quick measurement here. We're at 1.28, which means we got 30 thousandths more to go. So this dial is a direct reading. So if you dial it in 10, it's going to take 20. So we're doing 10 plus right there. We're going to zero that so we can flip it and try to maintain the same. I think we're there. Yeah, that thing galled up pretty good. Not the sharpest tool in the shed. Maybe I'll run a finish pass on this to get a better finish. We'll give it a squirt of some WD-40. This is the bottom of the bottle. Come on, I know there's some in there. Okay, there's half of it. That's a pretty fair, still galled up a little bit. Let me hit it with a piece of emery cloth. Good enough. Good enough for who it's for. It's looking pretty good. Let's do the other side. We're just looking for 2.1 deep. We need to slow this baby down. A little bit too much RPM. We'll try the 460. see where we're at here. We're at 1.110. So let's give it a little squirt of WD. WD makes a good cutting fluid for aluminum. And it's very inexpensive. Well, not as inexpensive as it used to be. Probably enough. Okay, let's set up to do some parting. We'll part this thing off. Have our parting tool, it's right here. Let's pull this jobber off of here. Okay, so let's see if we can get this pointing in the right direction. Okay, there it is. We'll lock down this carriage. And go to town here. And I like to file the edges while it's still intact. We'll sit there and break the edges first. There's one of them. Awesome. I think I got a good layer of paint on them. So we will just polish them up a little. Take some image to them. Okay. Teach me to paint everything. Now, we're just gonna slip in. Oh, that's nice. That is nice. So yeah, these are the bolts in question, and this one was going the other way. It gets way too close to the frame there. I got room. I can take at least a 1/4 inch, maybe 3/8 of an inch off of it. So I got to do the same on both sides. See how hard? Oh, these come off really easy. So yeah, that's what I needed. Awesome. Let's see if we can get this one put together. I think I got some nylock washers for these, or nylock nuts, I should say. So anyhow, I've got a grand total of $120 into these. That's with the bolts, the metal, and the heim joints. And to buy the expensive ones, the Caltrax, they are right at $400, so I saved a few dollars, but I've got a few hours worth of work in them. And I had the metal from the bars; those were left over from the side-by-side. I had to cut some metal out of the cage to put doors on it, and these are leftovers from that project. So anyhow, it's looking pretty good. Thanks for watching.